Alright, welcome back to Brian Mann's Totally Awesome Collection. Today, guys, I got a PSA order ready. I'm going to be sending a stack of cards in for grading. And I got one stack of basketball cards. The majority of these cards, if not, I think all of them but two, are going to be Michael Jordan cards. And then I also have a stack of Garbage Pail Kids cards that I wanted to get graded and start the process. I know PSA, they're a little bit behind right now. I mean, it's taken like a good 6 months, if not longer. So, you know, I'm just going to try to send out some cards every month. And I think I have like 55 cards or so in this stack. But I picked some cards that I thought were going to be, you know, graded decently. So, why don't we start with the basketball cards, because that's the order of the submission form. I'm going to have these sticky notes on them, and these sticky notes are going to let me know what I thought the card was going to grade, or just an idea. So that way I can go back and look, you know, once I get these, once I receive them, after they've been graded, I can be like, oh, you know, I thought that was going to get a 10, I only got a 9. Or I thought I was going to get a 9 and I actually got a 10. So I have these documented. So that's what these sticky notes are. I will not send the sticky notes to PSA. I will take those off right after this video, but I wanted them on for documentation purposes. But we have Michael Jordan USA basketball card, and we have 1, 2, 3 of those, 4 of those. 4 Michael Jordan USA basketball cards, number 37. And we have, from the same set, this is going to be the Skybox USA basketball set, we have Michael Jordan off the court card. I thought I was going to get a 10. This one looked really good. I thought I was going to get a 10. Michael Jordan, I didn't put a sticky note on that one, but great game strategy. I have, looks like 3 of those cards, and one of them has a sticky note of a 10 on it. I guess we're going to find out, right? This one says 9 or a 10. That one says 10. So I have two of the NBA best game cards. I have NBA playoffs, and I have 3 of those. I have the NBA All-Star record card, and I have 3 of those. Sorry about the glare, guys. It's, these card saver ones are really hard to keep the glare off of the phone, or off of the video for you guys. We have NBA shooting. I have a 9, or I have a 10, and then a 9 or a 10. I have 2 of those. I have a Magic on Jordan card. I thought was going to get a 10. I have this one. I put a question mark. It says it has a choppy back edge, but this is the Chicago Bulls starting team. And what does that say down there? Great moments from the NBA Finals of 1990 and 91. So that's going to be a Skybox card there. And let's see if I can see the choppy back edge. I was probably looking at that card. Let's see. I was probably looking at this card in a dark room with a flashlight, and that's probably what the conclusion that I came to. But just, you know, it's actually it looks pretty good, but for some reason I labeled it as that. Sometimes when you get the lights out and you get a flashlight on these cards, sometimes you can see stuff that pops out. So this card, print defects on Skybox on the back. Oh yeah, so we have a little ink smudging right here. Okay, So that's what I was looking at. So I don't know what that's going to get. I'm not sure about the grade on that, but I wanted to send it off. It did look pretty good other than that. 8 or 9, let's see. Right side blotch from right corner. So I've noticed an issue with a corner on that one, so I'm not sure what that's going to grade. Who knows? I might be pleasantly surprised when it comes back. Not sure. It looks pretty good, but you know, PSA gets magnifiers out, magnifying glasses, or they magnify these and look at them real close. So we'll see. 8 or 9, upper left corner. This is a Skymaster Michael Jordan card from Skybox. And we have a 9 or a 10, upper left corner. Maybe there's an issue with the upper left corner. Let's see. Let's zoom in on there. Let's find out. What was I looking at? I mean, let's say upper left corner. So again, I don't see anything when I zoom in on this card, but I was looking at these in a dark room with a flashlight, and something might have popped out. I label these things as I see them. Who knows? That might come back as a gem. You never know. This is the middle card for the Barcelona team card, and it's like it says Barcelona. You can get, there's 3 cards that say Barcelona on these, and it's a really cool set. But all these ones I'm sending in here have Michael Jordan on the left, John Stockton, is that Karl Malone, and Magic Johnson. So I thought that was going to get a 10. I have a 9 circled on that one. I have a 10 circled on that one. So yeah, we'll see. And then I have the Michael Jordan Skybox. This is a cool card, guys. This is, I remember pulling these out of packs back in 1990. That's just dust on that card there on the card saver. But this is a great card. I mean, some people don't like it. The style of the old Skybox, you know, it was, when it was new, it was kind of weird. But you look at cards nowadays that have, this is kind of where it all started, I guess, with all the fancy Skybox technology and stuff that they started to do with cards. And we'll see what that comes back as. One thing I noticed is that it might have been a little off center. However, PSA does allow a little wiggle room for gems. They're standard. If you're a member of PSA and you look, or you just go to their website and look on their website, the criteria, the standards, the PSA gems can be 10% off, guys. So it's called 60-40. So 50-50 centering is like perfect centering, but they allow for 60-40 centering and that's still considered a gem. Okay, so even though that's a little off center, it's not bad. It probably falls within that 60-40. In other words, 60% of the border can be on one side and 40% on the other, as well as top to bottom. It can be 60-40 off on the front and still receive a gem. So this card was looking pretty good. That's why I decided to send it in. And Larry Bird, I love this card here, shooting over Magic Johnson. What a great card. A great shot. I wonder if he made that shot there. Larry Bird, just one of the great shooters of all time. And Magic Johnson. I mean, you heard Larry Bird, Magic Johnson at that time period. They were arch rivals, you know, and what a great, if you could see a game with Larry Bird playing against Magic Johnson, I guess that would have been really cool to see. I never got a chance to see a game like that, but That is cool, you know, having Larry Bird shooting over Magic Johnson right there. And this is from 1990 Fleer, looking pretty good. 8 or 9. I have back right edge, so there must be a issue on the back right edge that I saw under the dark room with a flashlight. But who knows? Who knows how PSA is going to grade this? It's still looking like a pretty good card. And this one I have 9 or 10 question mark. It's a toss-up. I don't know. Corners maybe. I have corners as possibly the issue there. It looks pretty good centering. So we're going to find out with that. And let's move on to the Garbage Pail Kids, guys. I haven't sent any Garbage Pail Kids cards in to get graded yet, and I have stacks upon stacks of Garbage Pail Kids. Anytime I see a Garbage Pail Kid card that looks like it could receive a 10, I will go ahead and sleeve it, and then I put it in a card saver and protect that card until it's ready to send off. And I have a bunch of cards in card savers right now, but this is just the first stack that I'm going to send off with these basketball cards. I have a bunch of other Garbage Pail Kids cards already ready to go, so there will be plenty more Garbage Pail Kids submitted to PSA. So I got Toxic West, looked like a pretty good card to me, so I figured, hey, I might as well send that card off, even though it's not a popular card. It'd be cool to get some gems out of these Garbage Pail Kids cards. Got Snot Witch Sandra. And one thing I did notice is a little ink blotch up there. Now that is on the card itself, so I don't know how they're going to grade that. But everything else about that card looks really, really good. We'll see what they do with that card. Bullseye-Ra, one of my favorite cards of Old School 7. Love this card. It's the box artwork. And what a great card. That's when you went to buy a pack at the flea market, at least when I went to buy a pack at a flea market, and if it was Old School 7, I remember seeing that purple box with the back flap up and Bullseye-Ra, or On the Mark is the other name for that card, the A card. That's the icon character for that series, as well as probably Adam Boom out of Old School 7. But the box artwork was Bullseye-Ra. What a great card! One of my favorite cards of the Old School cards, Bullseye-Ra. Great card. Got another. Got On the Mark. Maybe a little bit off center. Not sure if that's going to fall within the 60-40 rule that they have, but it looked really good. I wanted to send it in, and hopefully we get a 10 out of that. On the Mark. This one's even better centering. So I put the one that was a little off up first, and then On the Mark, the one that was better behind that. What a great character. What a great card. I absolutely love Old School 7. This is one of the reasons right here that I love Old School 7. It was the first time that we got another Atom Bomb. You know, we saw Atom Bomb on the on a bunch of the packs, right? We saw him on the boxes because he was the icon character. But as far as I can remember, we didn't get another Atom Bomb card. I think this was it. This was the Old School 7. We had to wait until then to get another Atom Bomb card, but this one is Adam Boom. One of my favorite cards of all time right here, Adam Boom. Just got done igniting his head, and now he's moving on to his butt. So Adam Boom, what a great card, Old School 7. I would love to have this as a gem. I love this card. Would love to get a gem out of that. We got Blasted Billy. There is another Blasted Billy 2 with the purple banner. However, I did not have that one good enough to send off. So Blasted Billy 2 with the blue banner, it is. So, but it's looking pretty good, guys. That's looking like a really, really nice card. Unlabeled, did not put a sticky note on it. Another Blasted Billy 2, looking really, really good. Maybe a little bit off center, left to right there, but gosh, that still might fall within that 60-40 rule that they have over at PSA. Looking really good. These are pack fresh, pulled right out of the pack, put into a or cleaned up, pulled out of a pack, cleaned up, put into a penny sleeve, and put into a card saver. This one I have circled as a 9. There must be a problem with the left edge underneath the flashlight in the dark room. But I mean, it's looking real good. I don't know how they're gonna grade it. Let's see. I have, what does it say? Left edge. Gosh, that left edge. It's looking pretty good, you know. But like I said, when I look at these cards, if I see something that's bugging me, I will label it. So I figured that was probably gonna get a 9. Who knows? I might be surprised. That might come back as a 10, or it could come back as an 8. I don't know. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm circling the 9 on there, because that's kind of what I thought. Guys, one thing that I know is you can't control the outcome. You can only control what you send in, right? So I'm sending in the cards that look the best to me, and I can't control the outcome of that grade. It is what it is. You can't change that grade. You can't do nothing about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to send in the cards that I think look really, really good and hope for the best. But that's a great card. June Moon. Love that card. Always have. Number 286B. And it's looking real good. We have Gymnasium. And I figured that was going to get a PSA 10. Everything about it looked great. And it's a great card for sure. Alright, let me put these cards down. Alright, I'm going to hold these up one at a time, I think. So this one, I figured it was going to get a, well, it says 9 or 10. Left edge. Don't know. Don't know, guys. So, I mean, it's looking super good. Pack fresh, pulled right out of a pack. Cleaned up, put into a penny sleeve, put into a card saver one. And just it stayed there until I was ready to put it into the submission pile. This one here, guys, well done. I figured it was going to get a PSA 10. PSA 10, that's what I thought. And what a great card. Yeah, looking real good. Put a PSA 10 on it. Again, these are pack fresh. Bought a box, pulled them out of the pack. Cleaned them up. Some of these cards, I don't know if they had any wax residue or not, but if they did have any wax residue, I could get that off. These are not gum cards. None of the gum cards are going to make my submission, I don't think, unless it's unless you can't notice it, unless it's, you know, unless it's not bad at all. But sometimes the gum does damage the cards. But if they're wax, sometimes you can get that wax off of there. So this is I put PSA 9 or 10. The centering is the issue on that. Everything else looked really, really good. I don't know. I mean, even the centering on that. I've seen some PSA 10s that have been way more off-center than that. You guys go look at some old PSA 10s. Go look at some new PSA 10s. They do allow for that 60-40 rule to come in, guys. So I do believe that will get a 10. Gem. It's going to get a gem. PSA 9 or 10. Centering again. What do you think? Obviously it's off. It's not going to be 50-50 centering, but is it going to fall within 60-40? Is it 10% off? Or is it more? So that's the issue. Got 9 or 10 on that based on the centering. Okay. Looking real good though. Alien Allen. I have 9 question mark corners and the back. So I must have saw something with the corners. So, but that corner, let me zoom in on these and we'll take a real good look. Gosh, that corner is good. Is that sticky notes? Let me move that sticky note so you can see that corner. I mean, that corner looks good. That corner looks, all these corners look phenomenal. However, sometimes you do catch different things in a dark room with a flashlight. It all depends on what they're going to see on that. PSA 9 question marks, corners, and back. What's going on with the back of the card? Maybe it's the corners of the back of the card. Maybe it's this corner. Maybe it's that corner right there. You know, maybe the bottom left corner. Is that a part of... I can't tell if that's a little bit of chipping off of that, or if that's gonna go into like a white on her cheek. See how there's white on the cheek right there? So that corner, I don't know if it's gonna have, I don't know if that's chipping on that or if that's just part of the paint. You know, when they paint these characters, if that just happens to be part of the artwork. Not sure. We're gonna see how they grade that. But what a great card, Alien Allen. One of my favorite cards. And what another favorite of mine, Chris Mess. I put PSA 9. Left edge seems to be the issue. However, let's zoom in on that card. Let's zoom in on the edges and see what we can't find, or can find. What? Oh, sorry about that. I mean, that might be a 10 right there, guys. Might be a 10. I guess it could come back either way, right? 9 or 10. It all depends on how picky they want to get. But that card right there is pack fresh, right out of the pack, cleaned up, put into a penny sleeve, put into a card saver one. I'd love to have this in a gem. One of my favorite cards of all time. We got Christmas right around the corner, and Christmas is hopefully he does not break into my house this year. I hope not. But what a great card. Yeah, he's stealing that guy's wallet. Look at that. I remember pulling this card out in the 1980s. 1987. What a great card, guys. Christmas. Alright, and that's the A card too. So that's the A card. We have tagged Tad that is going to be sent off to PSA for grading. Put a PSA 9. I circled the 9, but it could come back. I put 9 or 10, centering and back edge. The centering is, you know, I mean, that's probably going to be the biggest issue on that card. Is going to be the centering. So we'll see how they grade that card. Okay. And then we have a Def Jeff. And I put PSA 9 or 10. Don't know what they're going to give that, but the centering could be the issue, but it looks to be a pretty good card, guys. It can be 60-40 off. I actually called PSA on that. I wanted to double check everything. I wanted to double check what I was reading on the rules on that, and I called them up and talked to them about it. Yep, sure enough, 60. It can be off 60-40 all the way around, top to bottom and left to right, as long as so they give a 10. That's comes down to 10%. 10% off is what they can allow for the centering on those. Actually, I think that's going to get a gem. I would give that a gem. That's what I would do if I was grading it, because I didn't. If I would have saw anything else wrong with it, I would have labeled it, right? But that card it's a killer card. And let's see, I do check the surfaces on these too, and the die cuts. Sometimes the die cuts are wonky, and but that is looking like a real nice card, guys. And I put PSA 9 or 10. Hopefully we get a gem out of that. This one I put PSA 9 or 10, but I did circle the 10. Centering is going to be the issue on this one too. It's another Def Jeff card, and it's just looking real good. And these are all this again, pack fresh card, pulled right out of the pack, cleaned up. You know, when I say cleaned up, I clean all the dust off of it. I'm cleaning if there's any wax on it, I'm cleaning the wax residue off. I'm looking in the surface of the card to make sure that nothing is going on with it, nothing's on the surface, and I'm getting these ready as soon as they come out of the pack for grading. So Def Jeff, like, I hope I get a 10 out of that. I'd love to get multiple 10s, you know, on both those cards, and be able to give one away or something, you know. PSA 9 question mark centering. It's going to be the centering on that. Sometimes Pops, you know, it was hit or miss with the centering. Still is, honestly, with the quality control there. You never know what you're going to get with Tops, but that's what makes the fun. That's what makes sending in your cards to get graded and actually get a gem 10 back. That's part of the collecting. That's part of what makes collecting cool and unique and gives it some value. Because if every card you pulled out was just a gem, I mean, who cares, right? I mean, you got to search for the gems, guys. You got to search for the gems. But I put a PSA 9 on that for centering issues. And the next card, I have a Losing Faith card. I have a PSA 9 question mark centering. Guys, I don't know. I mean, the left to right, not bad. Top to bottom was probably where the issue is going to be for that one. So we shall see. Hopefully, I might be pleasantly surprised when that comes back as a gem, I hope. And then we have a Ruptured Rupert. This is going to be 199A. Don't know what that's going to come back as. And you can see this one does have a little die cut issue up there in where it says peel here. You can see that the die cut right there was pressed in a little bit. Some of your Garbage Pail Kids cards have that issue, right? I don't know how they're going to grade that. The die cut isn't as clean on this one as a lot of the other ones. I think this one's the only one I'm sending off that has a little die cut issue. I want to see how they're going to grade it. I want to see what they're going to do. Okay. And Ruptured Rupert, 1986. The back of that card. That's the back. Pack fresh, I think. We got a Fluoride Floyd, number 200A. I didn't put anything on here. I didn't put any notes on it. But guys, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I must not have saw anything, you know, when I was looking at it real close. Must not have saw anything that stuck out that was gonna make this a bad card to get graded. So, and I got two more cards here. So I up in the Aaron, and this card is 542B. What a great card! I remember pulling this out of the pack as a kid. I'm not even sure what series this is. This is a later series card. It's going to be in 1988. So I can't remember exactly what series that is. 13th, 14th, somewhere around there. Heck, even 12th. Maybe you guys might know. If you guys know what series this is, drop a comment. Drop a comment below, guys. Let me know what you're thinking. How are these cards? And what series is this card from? But it's looking pretty good. Look at the centering on that. Look at the corners and the edges. The way I do is I check the centering first. If it passes my centering test, I'm going to look at the surfaces. I'm going to look at the edges, and I'm going to look at the corners. And then look at corners and centering is kind of like your first glance. You know what I mean? You can kind of tell if something's jacked up on the corners. you can kind of tell if the centering's off real right off the bat, right? So, but if they pass those, then I'm checking them even further with a flashlight in a dark room. So that one must have looked pretty good for me to send that in. And last but not least, we have the Warman Norman in honor of Chrome 3 that just came out, guys. I don't know if you I've seen a lot of people cracking Chrome 3, but this is one of the characters that is in the 3rd series. Warman Norman, 1986. Gotta love this card, right? 115A. And he's at the stake, and he's got some arrows in his head and his face. And he's got the Indians in the background. What a great card. Maybe a little controversial, but remember this card back from the day, back from the 1980s, guys, when we collected these as kids. And I must not have seen anything wrong with this because I didn't label anything. I mean, maybe the centering, if you look at it, maybe the centering. Is it going to be within that 60-40 rule? I don't know. I guess we're going to see how they're going to grade that. Hopefully they give it a gem. So, anyways, guys, that's it for today. I wanted to document what we're sending off to PSA. I think it was like 55 cards. I'll count them. I'll put the accurate card amount in the description of the video. And when I get these back in 6 months to a year, I will do a reveal on these cards and see what we got. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. We're going to be doing some giveaways here in the near future, and I got to figure out some stuff. And I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and I will be back shortly with another video. This is Brian Man's Totally Awesome Collection. I'm out!